Hey guys, this video on how I built a mini front end loader out of scrap metal. Throughout this video you'll see me taking lots of measurements. If it's something you guys want to see a video of it in action, maybe using it, and I could get some dimensions for you, if that's something you'd like to see, just leave a comment. Also, there was over 40 hours of raw footage, so if there's something you want to see or something maybe that didn't get put into the video, just leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer the question for you. And guys, you don't have to have big fancy band saws and crazy tools to cut metal and all this. I did all this with a basic, hand grinder, a drill press, a welder, measuring tape, and a chop saw from Harbor Freight. Here I'm just reaching through from the inside with a permanent marker to mark my holes that I'll attach 5/8 bolt through for the bottom that just slides in, and eventually I'll weld on the spring locks and the top hole, so it's a quick release on and off. to have everything tacked together. Off camera I welded everything solid and added some extra gussets into place. Here I'm welding in the bushings on the lift arms for the pivot bolts. It'll also give me a place to put some Zerk fittings to have grease fitting. When I'm building things like this, I always build the first side by kind of eyeballing it and then take measurements to build the other side to match. It just seems to always work out better for me that way. This is an old Hunter alignment machine that I'm using to make the actual bucket out of. It's got like 40 years of grease built up on it that I'm cleaning up. You could probably build it a lot quicker not using free scrap metal, but this way is a lot more affordable. So here you'll see me just clamping a piece of metal. I use that as a guide to cut a straight line. Just line your measurements up. And also I found out that my table saw makes a really good holder for this project. Unfortunately, the piece of metal that I got already had some holes cut in it or torched in it. So I put that down in plans that I would put some skids underneath, like some wear plates underneath of the bucket, and I could just cover them up with that. I don't like when the buckets are just look like a triangle from the side, so I added this small piece of metal across the top because I've studied a lot of buckets and I think they look better and look more factory with that little piece of metal on top. And it's also going to give me a place to weld my hooks. Yes, that is a wood saw. I put a metal cutting blade on it and it works amazing. I know I left a little bit out, but my memory card was full and I didn't realize that it had stopped recording. Basically, I welded a piece of 1-inch square tubing underneath that small piece of metal I added, and once I did that, I clamped the piece of metal I was using as a guide from corner to corner and cut a straight line to get my angle on the sides of the bucket. Alright guys, thanks for watching part 1 of my mini loader build. I hope something in here helped you and you'll go out and make your own mini front end loader. Stay tuned, please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and next week we'll have part 2 out. When you guys are out working in your shop, please wear your safety gear. Because this is how fast an accident can happen. I didn't have it tight enough in the vise, and it allowed it to slip up and catch the bottom of the piece, and that could have been really, really bad.